with us. All right, cmoss.com. Call that number 1-800-298-8515. Yeah, come on, go right here. Here we go.
What up?
Yes, sir. So, I was just getting through the promo section. Corey Holcomb has made it into the building. So let's just talk to him about it, man. Like, you know, you called me today. Let's just talk about it, man. You know, we shook up the internet. People think it's fake. People think we capping.
That's beautiful.
Let's talk about it, man.
Everything that people think is fake, everything people think about whatever, it helps the numbers. I'm bold enough to say that. Motherfucker, you watch me because I'm riveting. Motherfucker, I know you can't stand my motherfucking ass shit. I can't stand bitches I used to fuck with. I still be looking on their site.
So tell him why you called me, brother. Tell him why it was important, and then I'll tell him why it was important for me to do what I did last week.
I called you because you reached out to me like in another way. And like I said on my show, if somebody step toward me, I'm gonna step toward them. Especially if I feel like it's sincere. I felt like you made a sincere effort toward me, so I make a sincere effort toward you, brother.
Right, right. Well, on the phone, I never had it in my mind that I wasn't going to pay, because I know I've been with you for a long time on that show, and I know your ass be grinding. I was there when you bought the motherfucking t-shirt machine. I was there when you started putting the pieces together. I saw you build your shit up. So I know you grind. So in knowing that, when the situation happened with Aries Spears, in the back of my mind, I knew I gotta get this guy back. And the only reason why I didn't join your case is because lawyers told me not to. right? And it wasn't like I was taking a lawyer's side. It's just that I had never been in a situation like that. It was national. We were all over the place. That shit, 2-3 million views and all that shit.
So let's talk about that part.
Yeah.
Because this is a learning moment. When you acquire a lawyer, I mean, your lawyer really is supposed to work for you, and do what helps you in the system. But the system don't give a fuck about right and wrong. The system give a fuck about working in their favor, working in the system's favor.
Right.
The shit with Ari Spears, bitch ass, he gave some money to a lawyer to initiate the shit, and then he abandoned his lawyers and everybody after that. He just wanted to jump some shit off. He didn't want to continue through it. I spent more money than he did putting out the fire. He gave them people a little, what is the shit when you get a lawyer?
A retainer.
A retainer. And then got ghost on them, and they wasn't tripping on the shit because once they found out there wasn't no insurance to sue, because that's how these people settle with insurance companies. It's all set up to get money.
Right.
And when they found out they'll be having to just go after individuals for money, the lawyers wasn't even with the shit. But back on that lawyer shit, lawyers can help you in some cases if you in a situation where you know, a deer in the headlights or whatever. But I would say to everybody out there who has somebody that they rock with for real, listen to what your lawyer's saying, but at the same time, understand there are things that when you duck responsibilities for, it can cause tension that might be able to get sorted out if people communicate the right way.
If we talk right.
You know what I'm saying? But yo, if you outside at the nightclub with your homeboy and y'all get drunk and bust somebody's car window, and somebody said, oh, the homeboy bust the car window, and your lawyer said, don't say nothing if he blaming it on his boy. It ain't necessarily the right thing to do. But like I say, information and experience help people understand what they need to understand. But to stand up, that's something different, which is why I'm here today with my guy Zoe, because it's my opinion Zoe stood up. I think all of the information started to add up in your head. I don't know. Like, you like, okay, here go this, here go that, whatever. And like I told you on the phone, I appreciate anybody who make an effort to stand up and do what I feel is right by they peoples.
Right.
Fuck the system. Fuck it, man. I have shit going on with lawyers now. Well, I'll be like, no, motherfucker, this how we gonna do this shit. After I get the information, though. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Because if you leave it up to a lawyer, a lot of times a lawyer don't know what the fuck he doing. They got a law degree. They book smart.
Right. Well, I must say this. Ari Spears, he has apologized. He has wished us well. And for me, I'm open to reconciling with that brother too, because I hope me giving you that check lets you know that I'm serious about the work that we do in the community. Gooch called me. All these niggas is calling me saying youngsters need to see y'all get back on the same page.
I know this is negative.
Because youngsters respect us.
I know this is negative. Mm-hmm. Don't have Aries on your show, man. Don't do it.
Don't do
I fucked up. Look what all happened just by one visit from that fuck nigga. Look what all went wrong. And I knew it. Something inside my gut. When he was calling me, begging me to be on the show, I was like...
Right. But for me, I really believe...
He's been kicked out of plenty of radio stations for doing the same thing he did on our show.
Yes.
And because we had the case against him, we got to look at his history. The nigga took a bat to his wife. I ain't saying he beat his wife with a bat, but he had a bat.
Wow.
All that shit, hey Aries, all your medical records, all that shit. I saw all that shit. You sick motherfucker. Nigga, you don't want to go. You don't want me, boy. I spill the beans on your whole ass, nigga. But anyway.
But that's what I'm saying about me. Just me as a person. I've sat with you for years, and you know, like I talked about today, I felt like you don't really know me. And I guess me doing what I did, because I always wanted to do that. When the first time you said, yo, so I spent some paper making that shit go away. The first time you told me that, I reached out and said, hey man, what can I do? What should I do? Can I give you something?
Oh yeah, that's what we talked about on the phone.
Yeah, and you told me like, nah. You was like, nah, I'm good. And I just took what you said. You said no, but in the back of my head, I said morally, I still gotta pay this brother when I hit my lick.
Nigga, that shit was so motherfucking funny, nigga. But anyway, when you said hit the lick, nigga, but look, this is what I'm saying. I'm not from a creed of men who somebody can say, hey man, can I do something? Mm-hmm. I'm from a creed of men where motherfuckers be like, hey man, this is what I'm gonna do.
I understand.
Now, but that was misunderstanding. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Because like I said, I told you this on the phone too. I never thought you would have stepped up.
I remember.
What? I was like,
and to me,
my God, I done misjudged this, bro. I never thought you would have. Like, even though the way you did it, I was like, where the fuck the nigga at? You know what I'm saying? Why the fuck you? Yeah, I'm gone, motherfucker. Fuck that shit, nigga. I'm right here. Fuck with me. Fuck with me if you fuck with me. If it's love, show it. If it ain't, then fuck it.
But you said some hurtful shit. I was like, that's hurtful and disrespectful. This nigga don't respect me at all. So I was like, nigga, let me just do what I said I'm gonna do. because I believe in, if I say something, I'm gonna do right by what I say. I don't want to say anything I can't pull off. So I was like, let me just make sure I give this brother this money, because I don't want the brother to feel like I left him hanging. And you said I left you hanging, and I was like, nah, man, I can't live with the brother thinking I shortchanged him in some kind of way, because I explained to you, I was like, nah, man, my lawyers told me this. I sat with your lawyer at the motherfucking studio and told him the same thing.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like with the lawyer part, man, it is what it is, man. You know, but I went back to say, we know what happened, and my lawyer wasn't finna have you out there fucked up, because I hired him for what we doing.
Right.
Lawyer, look.
No, I understand.
So, the lawyer, like, you know, you can sue Zoe.
Yeah.
Have I ever talked to you about suing you?
No.
Because I said, motherfucker, we ain't finna do that bitch shit. That's what I was saying. I don't need no, I'm not tracking Zoe down for nothing like that. I need the Aries shit to go away. And when it went away, yeah, it was some animosity there in my heart. Like, man, this man he wasn't with me really. He wasn't with me. Like, I felt like he was dodging the shit. Like,
right.
But like I said, misunderstandings. I know my part in the misunderstanding with me and you too. Maybe I should have took the time to explain it to you. But let me tell you this. I just don't meet many people who stand up. Right. I got that bitch Poor that's going around telling her lawyer that she tried to give me a check that I didn't take. For the money she stole over there at RCM. Do you know she stole your money too? Have you ever got paid for them shows?
She gave me like $200.
Do you know you can track with YouTube what she took?
I didn't know that.
I've never even done it. Because to be honest, I ain't even tripping off the motherfucking shit, Jeff Brown. I ain't even tripping off the motherfucking shit.
Right.
But she get mad when I say her name.
Right.
And now she done got these little legal aid lawyers to be bold enough to say something to me and shit. I'm bringing this up to say I don't expect motherfuckers to stand up.
But and this is me as a man.
But well, let me give you yours.
On your
show. You stood up.
But I was wrong. That's why I had to stand up. I was wrong for losing my cool at your place, on your show.
And
I was wrong for that.
I promise you I wasn't even tripping, because I was like, fuck, shit happened. What I said to you on the phone was, nigga, sometimes when you get mad, you show it all in your face and everything. Right. And I'm like, I don't think you should be letting niggas at internet shows get you to the point where you ready to fight.
And I agree. But that's why I was like, I was quiet for the last 10 minutes of your show, because I didn't want to reproduce a situation that I'm still trying to get past that shit. I'm still trying to get past the Aries Spears shit. And I'm a little different than you.
I'm past that shit.
I would extend my hand to Aries Spears and say, yo, man, if we could sit down and squash it, we don't have to do a show. But if I could talk to the brother on the phone, I think Godfrey was even trying to connect us so we could talk at least. You know, because like I said, anytime I lose my cool, I'm like you. I'm like most niggas who's motherfucker
Ain't nobody
in the
perfect.
projects. I'm flawed. And so I lost my cool on national TV, and now I'm kind of branded with that shit. So, nigga, just on a moral level, I knew I had to give you what you gave up.
And this is what I'm saying. To real motherfucking men and women, trust me, no matter what, that night, I gave you yours. And I said, I never thought Brother Zoe had it in him to stand up like that. Everybody who know right from wrong know that I was wrong, and I admitted I'm wrong. Because it ain't no thing. I'm not perfect. I ain't got it all figured out. But I tell you this, I don't know many motherfuckers who would come during pandemic time and stand up the way this man stood up over some shit where he didn't have to do it, because I don't run to the courthouse to motherfucking handle my business. If I'm at the courthouse, it's because I'm trying to motherfucking really get out of a jam. I'm not gonna be like, oh, so fuck that, me and you had it out. We gonna get this taken care of in court. Even though that's what they'll say when you get to court. You should have let us take care of it. I always be like, fuck y'all. You're not my motherfucking boss, but hey man, so you stood up, G. You stood up. Now, it ain't just the money. I thought it was over. I thought our relationship was over. I had already started writing this shit off. I was like, well, that's gone.
Yeah.
But like I said, you came up to my place and you reached to me.
Yeah.
And that's all it takes for a motherfucker like me. Especially, I feel like you, like, people say, oh, y'all fucked up, Corey. You don't know what you're doing. Woo, woo, woo. Nah, motherfuckers, sometimes shit gotta come out in the wash for real. Sometimes motherfuckers have to argue to really get to where they have to go. Because there's a lot of people who done fake made up.
Right.
Like that shit with the gangbanger. That was fake makeup. Even though I was sincere when I called, but motherfucker, that shit still got the dirt in there.
But see, even with that, you was mad at me for other reasons, and a lot of people misinterpret and say, oh, Zoe is choosing sides. Grady
told me that. My guys told me that, and I tried to tell them that wasn't it. But it was built up frustration. So when you try to tell me about somebody else, I'm like, motherfucker, what the fuck you talking about?
But see, but that's what I understand that. But for me, I was just like, look, I remember we did that. Y'all remember we did the show at Dash Radio, and it was all Chicago niggas. It was Jeff Brown, Corey Holcomb, and Ray Grady, and we were talking about black men.
Grady is not from Chicago. He's from Homewood, Flossmoor, Illinois. All right, go ahead.
Okay. And we was dealing with black men dealing with loss. See, for me, that moment, I was like, man, this is the same team. And yeah, the teammates fall out. All I was trying to get you to do on the show was, hey man, this is one of our teammates. Let's deal with it all off air. Let's not become the laughing stock, because when I tell you, Corey, and you know this, man, there's a lot of human capital built up in the Corey Holcomb 5150 show, Mansions, Zoe What show. There's a lot of young brothers out there who fuck with us heavy. We are the surrogate fathers and uncles to a lot of brothers. Yeah. So when I see you and Grady going at it, I'm saying, wait a minute, these guys are my guys. Grady is my guy today because you introduced me to him and I got to know him, and he's a cool dude. He's a solid dude. Now, you and Grady got something going on. I'm saying, we wearing the same jersey. Y'all go in the back and handle that for however long it takes y'all to deal with that. Go deal with that. Don't do it out here so people can see cracks in our armor. That's what I didn't want.
I'm glad you said that because I want to tell you something about the 5150 show. It's for that. If I got you up under me, I fucks with you. If we got issues, you know what I'm saying? I know how to call a motherfucker and talk about the issues on the side. But my show is an extension of me and where my heart at. And I would tell anybody, you know, you need to know that coming on. I think that the reason people pay to come see me when I show up in these towns, and I ain't just talking about the big cities no more. I recently went to Omaha, Nebraska, and it was a whole bunch of Caucasian folks, and I sure do appreciate y'all, who came to see me perform. And I really believe the reason they came to see me perform is because they see I'm speaking from the heart.
Right.
When me and you got into it, it was from the heart. People say, oh, you shouldn't have did that like that. I might even agree with them a little bit, but it can go down like that. I tell you one motherfucking thing, what motherfuckers shouldn't do is get into Mortal Kombat in front of other people.
That's true too. Yeah.
Motherfucker ain't got up in a fight.
That's true.
Like, look at Jeff Brown here. I will beat the shit out of Jeff Brown.
I don't know.
I'm just saying. All right. I would never get into... A lot of them have started that way. Right. I would never get into Mortal Kombat.
And now my throat is bleeding. Oh, shit. My nose has been bitten off. He swallowed it.
Right.
Oh, my God.
You see what I'm saying? But I'm saying, like, we might not agree verbally. We might even argue, but I'm not finna do nothing to physically harm my brother.
Right.
But my show is set up where sometimes emotions and shit that come out is shit that, yeah, some people might say, yeah, you go work that shit out right there. And I agree.
Right.
But if it happens, I promise you it ain't no fake shit. It's all organic. This ain't the Housewives of motherfucking Atlanta. This is real shit where me and my brother Zoe got into it. And I wasn't worried about it either way because I'm saying we both grown. I know how to motherfucking fix things with somebody who I feel like is broken. I honestly thought that I was able to mend the relationship with Homewood Flossmore. But I wasn't able to do that because it is my opinion, he took our conversation in private and put it out there in the streets. So my whole thing was, fuck it, put it out there in the streets anyway, because it ain't nothing I'm ashamed of.
All right, I'm going to need about 500 minutes.
All right, 5?
Yeah, at least.
All right.
Okay.
You wore that sweatshirt on purpose?
Yes.
5 is a long time, Jeff.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can.
I will take advice from you in many areas. Fashion is not one of the places. Let me start here. I'm fucking happy this happened. As in this reconciliation. That at this table, this conversation is going on. Again, because you got a nation. You got a nation. I got a town, but I'm working on it.
I got a
respect thing too, so.
Yeah, yes.
It broke my heart to watch. I did a thing on it. Where I'm still stuck, Corey. And with love. You know I love you both. There is no way around the fact, especially in light of you saying that Grady took something personal and made it public. I don't know how you say that right after the whole reason we are here is that the money Zoe owed you, that's our business. That's over here. And what I think needs to happen, where I think we need to be, because what you watching right now is what is niggas have been put in the grave over $1, over 50 cents. What you are watching is black men come to some place of reason without going to the trunk. And we need to see more of this. But in that lane, there has to be entire butt-naked accountability. And the elephant in the room here is that there is a white lion. You ever see the
I'm trying to follow.
Yeah, try to follow what the fuck is going on. You ever see the antelope? You ever see the antelope? Take the ride. It's gonna be worth the trip. It's gonna be worth the trip. Okay? You ever see the antelope? That video of the two antelope? They're out there fighting. They fighting. And out of nowhere, this fucking lion comes and drags one of them the fuck off. While we are doing this, these white folks is out plotting what the fuck they plotting and doing what the fuck they doing. And there is an army that we are the elders of, whether we dig it or not. Cat like fall. No, yeah, the mic is starting.
It does that.
The mic is like, I can't fucking take it. Notice the cat like reflexes. We have an obligation because of who the fuck we are and who we are going to be in the next 2 decades. And that was an ugly hiccup that I just don't think should have happened in front of everybody. I just don't. That was my key issue. And lastly, I think the thing that everybody, and this is from a Chicago standpoint, and we were raised under the same man code. In full disclosure, disclosure, I had one issue before this. Never, Jesus Christ, one of the funniest motherfuckers I've ever fucking seen.
No question.
I don't know where to compartmentalize Stephen A. Smith. I don't, because I'm going to tell you where I was. When you first spoke of Stephen A. Smith, have you seen the meme of the nigga that's eating popcorn and jumping up around and John's like, yeah, that's exactly what the fuck I want to say. I'm tired of that. By the way, Stephen A., stop quoting me, and we're not friends. My friend Jeff Brown, please tell everybody you're not talking about comedian Jeff Brown. We hung out at the NAACP Awards one night. We dropped some jewels. I smoked some weed. You didn't. We're not friends. Okay. Get that shit clear. So,
come on, Jeff.
When I saw, because the nigga keeps quoting me and stealing my shit, and they're saying it without me. But anyway, that's a whole other thing. When he crossed hairs with Corey, I was like, oh shit. Now you finna see some 39th Estate. This shit right here. Corey gonna pull his fucking arm off. Y'all know them niggas that run around down there. Cut to you a chicken, him, and no explanation. I think the niggas is owed a blow by blow, complete, clear, concise. Here is how I got from when I see that nigga, because I got 50 on Corey. I got my last 50 on Corey.
Well, but Jeff, we didn't want him to fight.
No, I didn't.
Yes, niggas did.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't.
Look, okay, it ain't that. It's okay. Let's just
Get the receipts. Meaning video. Well, I'm supposed to be beating up Stephen A. Smith.
I definitely didn't want to see you fight Stephen A. Smith.
I didn't want to see him. No. Okay, let me be clear.
I
might have. I'm not gonna lie. I might have. I'm trying to have a violent past.
No,
However,
I wanted Corey to be Corey on Mansions.
Yes.
Corey on Mansions talking to Stephen A. Smith.
Yes.
to me, that would have been game
Here's my
changing.
issue.
My
The difference in
homeboy,
potential.
his name is Officer Ballington.
Sure.
He was sitting right where Zoe is to me. Police officer. Mm-hmm. He's going to speak on my show and tell everything that happened that day. I did tell Stephen A. Smith about how I don't appreciate how he represents black people on that show.
Okay.
But it ain't for me to keep saying. You know what Joe's is? Joe's Steakhouse Seafood?
Yeah.
Who the fuck finna get into a motherfucking altercation in Joe's? The gangbangers don't fight in there because it ain't the place for
It's
that.
not about Joe's. It's not about Joe's. It is about the difference in potential in what I see on the video. And the next thing I see is a picture of you with a piece of chicken.
What did you see on the video?
The same energy, the same disagreement, the same heat for the shit that Stephen A. says you have, that I have, that a bunch of niggas have.
I have seen Stephen A. Smith say shit about black people on that show that appalled me.
Yes.
Had me totally fired up.
Yes. So now, cut to the fucking chicken leg, Corey. That's what I'm saying. Okay, fuck it. Y'all didn't fight. After the chicken leg, nigga, I need to what the fuck.
It was a thigh.
Listen, you stupid.
And Stephen A. Smith actually said, Corey, you finna hold that piece of chicken up in the picture? I said, okay, hell motherfucker, yeah.
Okay. That conversation needs to be had.
No, it doesn't. Controversy sells. When me and Zoe got into an argument, I made a t-shirt that says, I got you when I got a lick with the goofy head on there. Do you know how many of them motherfuckers I sold?
I don't care.
I couldn't keep them in the warehouse.
I don't care, Corey.
I know you don't care. You are made to have... Your opinion.
Yes, and in my opinion, there is nothing, bro. If we had an issue, if we had any issue anywhere, that's never gonna make it to the light of day because you're my brother.
We had an issue on air.
No, you had a private conversation about. You had a public conversation about
Right.
a private issue on air.
And that
There's
shit,
no
that
excuse
shit
for that.
made world stop because the world is that fucked
If
up.
that's your okay.
Okay, well, here's
Wait,
one.
I
didn't go out to put it on World Stop.
Right.
I know nothing about it.
If that is your logic, then you are going to have to explain the difference between yourself
I
and
don't
Jerry
have to
Springer.
explain nothing to
Okay.
nobody.
Exactly.
Watch the
I
show.
am confused between. I used to not be. I am now confused. By the way, nigga, we need to fuck around with some music. I am confused by the difference between what you are saying and what Jerry Springer is doing.
Okay, I understand.
Explain that.
But I tell you this, Jerry Springer is still on TV, ain't he? And my show still get high ratings, right?
Yes. Okay, well then I tell you.
So he's
what.
saying that's the purpose.
Sure, all right.
Using the
saying
drama.
Then what you have just
to-
done.
Not drama,
just saying,
but when drama come, I'm not scared of it.
what you are saying, no, bro, that's different. What you are saying is that you want to be the steward of those of us who vibrate at lower frequencies, and I'm fine with that.
What I'm saying is, I don't want to be at the level you at.
Right, fine.
In my show.
Right, that's fine. That's fine.
So watch this. Let me just do this and I'll throw it back to you, Jeff.
Sure.
When your friends are involved in the drama and things are said publicly, we have to understand, even if things are said privately, publicly is just going to intensify that. But if we say hurtful shit to each other, we got to understand that oftentimes verbal, emotional, and psychological abuse is worse than physical abuse. So if you get on and say something horrible about somebody that's supposed to be your brother, then bro, there's an emotional abuse to that where people got to say, oh wait, hold on, man, I didn't mean that shit. This is why a lot of our fans was like, nigga, don't ever go back to that show. That shit was disrespectful. He tried to demean you as a man.
Make sure you say that again. Who are they?
The fans of the show.
The fans.
Okay, here's Jeff Brown.
But the fans,
the motherfucking fans who are watching something. But
I'm
Jeff,
a friend of you both, and I have to ask you, in what, please put, I only keep you around because of your intelligence, or words to paraphrase, pretty please with sugar on top, form that in the warm, positive, or funny, or sarcastic light.
It wasn't a warm, positive, fuzzy moment.
Okay. Okay, I got a lot of pain. Please tell me when it is okay to tell a friend, somebody that this is what friends mean to me. If somebody put a gun pull a gun up in front of one of you, I gotta figure out what the fuck to do. It ain't a bunch of motherfuckers on that list. Tell me when it's a good time to, in front of thousands of people, tell you that I only keep you around for your intelligence, and how you could possibly mean that any other way than cruel.
When you say things that are true, you hurt the weak.
So you really mean that?
No, you say what you want to say. I'm just giving you some examples.
Question.
Obviously,
did you
but you trying to square me in
now? Yes.
Wait.
You can't square me in like that. I'm too big.
Words.
I
Every man on earth by his words. Those are your words, Corey.
That's right.
This is what you said to this
Say
brother.
it again.
You meant them or you didn't. Did you mean I only keep you around because you are intelligent and that I have no other use for you?
What is that? Did I say that exactly?
Okay.
Because there is some truth.
Did you repeat yourself?
On. Wait, can I talk?
Sure.
Can I respond?
Sure.
There's some truth to what you just said. Really, I think you upset because you have been calling me to be on the show, and no matter how much I got love for you, I feel like you have marginal talent, and you can't help the show.
That's fair.
So that's why I'm like, damn, that's my nigga Jeff. I got love for him,
but exactly.
So I think that's where that's coming from. But what I said to Zoe, I stand on shit that I say. But you run with it like a word is only narrow like that. Zoe does have a lot of knowledge. Zoe retains knowledge from reading better than most. That's an asset for the show. So what's bad about that?
Here's what's bad about it.
The keeping you around only for that part, I think.
Okay, first, let's
so
discuss.
they're keeping you around only for that.
Okay,
That's obviously not true.
let's discuss.
That was a moment. Zoe.
So let him finish.
No, hold on. Let me tell you something, Zoe. Zoe. Things have happened with us besides the show.
Yeah.
I'm talking about things of good intention. I don't have to call it out.
Right.
We have done things
Yes.
that basically show what I said right there. I went too far for a minute.
Right.
But what I'm saying is the average niggas grab your statement and hold it up in the air like this because that's all they got. They don't have nothing else. The reason me and you are here today is because we know it's more than that. You and me know it's more than that.
I
But
answered the
average
phone.
niggas will grab just like when you argue with a bitch and you be like, shut up, bitch. And then next time y'all talk, she'll be like, but you told me to shut up, bitch. I told you a lot more than that, but you remember shut up, bitch.
Right.
Average niggas gonna keep the drama going. Listen, you said that people said I don't have respect for you. And it don't matter who said it. All I want you to know is at that time, our shit wasn't respectful. And today, after we got through talking, I told you, we have something beautiful now. It's called a clean slate where there is no underlying bullshit.
Because
and
we were
can
able to
run with
talk.
it from
Because we were able to
which
talk.
is what a lot of people can't wind up getting to the bottom of. Right. I tried it with Grady and it didn't work.
Okay.
Well, we talked today. Let me just cover this. We talked today. And in my opinion, for the first time, we actually listened to each other and where we were coming from. I told you again, when I was asking you, do you need anything or can I provide something for you? Because morally, I felt responsible for losing my cool on your show. I think where we got caught up was, like you said on the phone, it was the lawyer conversation. And a lot of people out there who have never been in a physical altercation that's caught on camera, celebrities and all of this shit, they don't understand. Ari Spears got some of the most powerful lawyers in Hollywood to represent him.
They some fucking big piece of shit Jew motherfuckers who tried to see if there was some money to it.
Oh,
I'm
absolutely.
not scared of no lawyers. I don't care what your name is.
But it wasn't about fear. It wasn't about fear.
Projects. What the fuck you gonna do to me? You
Right.
want somebody try to get it.
It wasn't about fear on my part. Let me tell you this story. I talked to Kool Mo D about us the other day.
My favorite rapper of all time.
He called
It won't meet me.
And I retold a story to Mo D that I felt like fits our situation. Mm-hmm. Me and Mo D used to go all over the country doing relationship roundtables. East Coast, West Coast, we went everywhere and we was doing this shit. So we did one with a white producer named Howard Schultz. He's since passed. Howard Schultz did all of the TV shows on MTV. Yeah, there was a TV show called Next and some other TV shows. He did all those shows on MTV. Howard Schultz saw me and Mo D at a relationship roundtable in the Valley. Me and Mo was killing. This white man was so enthralled by us two, our chemistry, our dynamic, that the next day he went and bought a website called the Mo and Zoe Show.
He was ahead of you.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what they do.
So then he reaches out to Mo and says, I want to meet with y'all. Please come up here and meet with me because I want to give you guys a show. Because I love what I saw. We go to the show, or we go to his office in Burbank. We sit down and meet with the guy. After it's over, we leave. I drop Mo at the crib. Mo's a New Yorker. He don't be driving. I dropped him to the crib.
Yeah.
I went back. A week or two later, we get contracts in the mail.
That's what's next.
When Mo saw the paperwork, Mo wasn't happy. Because Mo felt like, this is my show. This ain't me and Zoe. I get a show, I'm going to bring Zoe on. So the contract was 50-50. 50% to the white guy, and then me and Mo split 50%. Mo didn't like that. Mo was like, no. And you know what Mo told me? He said, man,
get a lawyer.
Go get your lawyer. And next thing you know, Mo never called the white dude back. Mo never signed his contract. Mo never interfaced with the guy anymore, and the TV show went away. So I applied the same concept to this case. Pull up the paperwork, Sarah. Pull up the paperwork.
What paperwork she pulling up?
This is the dismissal of the Ari Spears case. Right? Because I just want to point something out. This is the actual dismissal. If you can pull up so people can see what it says. Well, I got it right here.
What it say, Zoe?
I'm gonna read it so people can understand. Because you got people talking about this case and they don't know anything about law or,
except putting their mama house up with a bill
This is what the internet is for. We need the ignorant to keep the numbers up. If I was counting on intellectuals, wouldn't nobody watch my shit? What the fuck are you talking about?
There is some hella truth to that.
What are you talking about? I
There
need the people who motherfucking can relate to the motherfucking drama.
Right.
Around me.
This
I don't
is where
bring drama to people.
But this is where it gets hurtful, because if we dealing with a real situation and then you take it to the air and make fun of it, these people hang on your every word because you're that damn talented and you're that damn impactful.
Now tell me what I took to the air and made fun of, because I make fun of almost all the bullshit.
Well,
I mean, I'm saying, like, do I get credit for making this money off a t-shirt from some shit that went wrong on the show?
If
Do I
you
get
need
credit
it,
for that?
I suppose if you need it.
wait a minute. I thought the motherfucking shirt was funny, by the way.
I thought it was funny too.
Yeah,
You know how many
shit.
motherfuckers trying to buy this shirt? I got niggas calling me, Corey, I don't want to buy it off the website. Nigga, just bring it to me. I'll pay you double for it. You know what I'm saying?
But this is what the paperwork said right here, because she can't pull it up right now, or she's trying. But basically, the paperwork says plaintiff, Ari Spears. Defendant, Alonzo Williams, et al. Et al. Is legal term for and others. So the defendants are multiple people, but it said Alonzo Williams. When my legal team saw this, they said, who is Alonzo Williams? I said, I don't know. So Zoe is not short for Alonzo? No, that's not my name. Do you go by Alonzo? No. Nobody calls me
But they're
Alonzo.
supposed to be the best lawyers in the motherfucking city. They some dumb fucking honkies.
So, and so, but let me finish this, because this is the key that made me do, because this is why I said I wasn't ducking you. First off, they didn't have no address on me. And they got a wrong name. and they tried to serve me a Dash Radio. You
the
can't
ghost.
even get into Dash Radio. So once they couldn't serve me, and they got the wrong name on the paperwork, you know what my lawyer said? You're not in the case.
So look, I'm glad you said that. What's the name of the law firm? So I can tell people, don't hire these dumb motherfuckers. Don't hire these, they can't even get a nigga name right. They trying to serve this nigga at the motherfucking kicking spot.
But again, they didn't, but my lawyer said it. What he said was, he said, don't do their work for them. If you give Corey what he's asking for, you put yourself in the case. Make them come find you. Because that's a law firm doing their work. So I explained this to you. I explained it to you when my lawyer told me this. I explained it to your lawyer. So I wasn't trying to get in the case, but that doesn't mean I didn't feel responsible for what happened. That's why it didn't take me nothing to say, let me give you this bread, because I want you to know I appreciate and respect that you handled that shit and made it go away. I appreciate and respect it as from man to man, from brother to brother. That's why I was so serious. Yo, when I do what I need to do and I pull in some bread, you one of the first niggas I'm gonna come to because you did that. And I felt like you respected me on that alone. But I didn't know I just had to give you the check so you can see that I was serious about what I was saying.
For any money, Zone?
No, you never did.
I'm saying,
I was asking you.
time.
No, you never did.
Because I ain't, ever since I came to California, God has found a way for me.
How about it?
Ever since I took a chance on myself, I don't need nobody else shit. But what I needed was for you to have my back on talking to that lawyer. But whatever the reasons was or whatever, and whatever we didn't communicate.
Right.
Like communication might have been the main issue with it.
Right. Yeah.
When you stood up, nigga, and I ain't tell you to stand up that way.
No.
Nigga, if you'd have gave me whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, I would have been like, oh, the nigga trying to step toward me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I didn't never ask you to do nothing.
You never did.
But as a man, when we make mistakes or when we know somebody is your man,